Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This is for the music of the month of the June of the year of the 2018. So we may as well face the music of the month. Yeah, that catchphrase doesn't really work so well in in this series. It works well in backtracking, but not this one. So there wasn't a whole lot of albums in June, but June was a month for me to discover new music that's going to be coming out later this year anyway. So what we got wasn't too bad. So as always, we're doing alphabetical order. I really should have compartmentalized these. I meant to do that yesterday and I just didn't. So here we go. First thing that we have in alphabetical is Bullet for My Valentine with Gravity. I thought it was a solid album, you know. I feel like they've been getting better and better since the god-awful Temper, but I already talked about much. I hate that in my backtracking episode for Bullet for My Valentine. So, yeah. I thought Gravity was, just another solid bit of work from them. It just needs that something, and I feel like that's been missing from their stuff for quite a while, and I can't fully put my finger on it, but they just need it, and I get it, they're getting older, they're maturing more. That doesn't mean they can't still be happy and fun, and I feel like that's what's missing, but still I did enjoy Gravity by Bullet. I thought it was a solid album, just a good piece of work. Next up is Dance Gavin Dance with Artificial Selection, my first Dance Gavin Dance album. I just stumbled upon it randomly and thought, you know what, let's listen to this thing and see if I enjoy it, and I wound up enjoying it. Just really good experimental sort of hardcore thing, as Dance Gavin Dance have been known for doing. They really keep a similar lineup. I think Artificial Selection is one of the few exceptions to that rule. But yeah, I enjoyed the album. It was just a short, silly little fun sort of thing, and it was very, very easy to just get into for me. I probably will do a Dance Gavin Dance backtracking episode. I don't know when, but that could be cool. Next up is the last album I listened to in June, because it was one of the last albums to come out in June. Came out on the same day as Bullet from Valentine's new one. It's The Now Now by Gorillaz, and yeah, once again, just really, really enjoyable. I liked Humans last year. I thought that was really good. I thought this was really good as well. I feel like Gorillaz are coming back with some consistency. However, I would like them to not release anything next year, because I feel like English. It's only been a year since Humans came out, because I think that came out June last year, and like this coming out June this year. I'm like, they're good albums, don't get me wrong, but I feel like take a wee bit of time first, then come back. But yeah, I ultimately did like it. Next is Catacombs by Like a Storm, an album I was eagerly anticipating for quite a long time, and I'm glad I was, because this was just solid, solid good work from the Kiwis. I love Like a Storm. I feel like I jumped on the bandwagon for him a bit late, and I really, really regret that, because this album is really, really good. I don't know if it will be in the top 10 of the year, but I enjoyed what I heard. I thought it was good. So, yeah, nothing to be ashamed of. Next, though, is probably my album of the month, and that is Madball with For the Cause. Like, it's not often that a band who's been around for a quarter of a century, can still surprise you. And I thought Hardcore Lives was really good when I listened to that in 2014. So it's been a 4-year time gap between that and For the Cause, and I freaking love For the Cause. Like, it's such a good love letter to old hardcore punk, but as someone who likes hardcore punk quite a lot as a genre and has listened to a lot of new stuff and a lot of old stuff, this album is just a really good blend, and I really, really, really enjoyed it. I implore you to listen to it. It's probably easily my favorite album of June. Next is Mike Shinoda's debut solo album, Post Dramatic. I'm not the biggest rap guy, but I felt like this was a touching sort of tribute to Chester Bennington, so it gets a lot of points from me for that. But it wasn't just that, and I really like that. It could have just been like 12, 13 tracks. I forgot how many tracks there was on it, but it could have just been like all complaining about missing Chester, and it wasn't that. It was like, his own like dealings with the depression and the fallout of that. And there's a lot of music videos as well, actually, that add telephone conversations and stuff that he has with friends. And I listened to a stream on YouTube where I heard the videos as well, and I thought, the music video parts really needed to be in there. I will eventually listen to the album on its own without those parts, but I feel like it would be missing something, so I'm sticking to the version I've listened to. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Let's see, got a bit of a way to go there. In fact, I think there's the last few. Give me a second. No, yeah, not many left now. As I said, it wasn't a huge month for album releases that I actually cared about. Next is State Champs with Living Proof, my first State Champs album. Once again, I got into these guys a little bit late, and I apologise. It's a shame because, once again, really good album. You know, State Champs have been compared, I would like to compare them, basically, to being the American version of Neck Deep. Just likeable pop-punk group, easy to get into, really, really catchy, and Derek, the lead singer, I like him. He knocks it out of the park with each vocal performance, and I thought he was really, really good. I thought this was a good album. It's definitely a good starting point for a State Champs newbie like I am, and still am. So, yeah, it was really, really good. Next is the second to last album we have to go, because there's two more. Petaluma by This Wildlife. For those who are familiar with This Wildlife, they're sort of a pop-punk band who play acoustic rock, and I actually quite enjoy this one. It's just very, very heartfelt, very nice messages and stuff about like relationships and love and so on and so forth, as is the typical pop punk fare, if you will. But yeah, I thought this was a solid album. And while I remember, actually, I'm going to give a shout out to an album I missed. Because in June I listened to the album Chrome Neon Jesus by Teenage Wrist, which came out in March. Just solid stuff. I liked the album, but yeah, moving on back to Petaluma by This Wildlife. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Good acoustic, sort of emo-y, punky thing. Solid work, really good. And lastly, we have my first Yob album in Our Raw Heart. It's kind of interesting that the album has that title, considering it's inspired by the lead singer's dealings with a heart condition, and he wrote most of the album while he was in hospital still, so kudos to that. This album is long, though. It's really long. It's a doom metal album. They have tendency to be long sort of slogs, but I liked it. You know, I thought it was really good for someone who's not as into death metal and doom metal as I'd like to be. I thought, you know, this is enjoyable. There are elements of it that reminded me of Dusk and Us by Converge, which was my second favourite album of 2017, in case people forgot. But yeah, like, it's just really, really good metal. Good old school, darker, gloomier metal, and I thought it was solid. I thought it was good. I liked it. So, if I were to round up all the albums of June, oh man, I mean, my favourite three, I'd have to say, are definitely Living Proof by State Champs, Comes by Like a Storm, and For the Cause by Madball. I think For the Cause is definitely my favourite album of the month, though. Just, I really liked it. I thought it was really, really good. You know, I like a good hardcore album, and that is a damn good hardcore album. And I'll see you all soon for my next backtracking episode. There's not a whole lot going on in July either, but then again, who knows? I could be completely surprised. I'll see you all. Yeah, I'll see you all soon for the Sworn In backtracking episode. I've got two more albums to do, so that could come out by Tuesday. I'm not really sure. And yeah, not a lot else to say. I'll see you in a bit. Thank you for listening. You're awesome. Bye bye.